There's an amazing Sfas Emes that I have to share with you. The Sfas Emes asks the question, when you start the Gemara in Shabbos, the Gemara begins with all the halachas of where to place the menorah, how high the menorah has to be, what oil to use, and then at the end of discussing all the inyanim of Chanukah, the Gemara asks, "My Chanukah? What is Chanukah?" And the Gemara says that on Rabbanon, there was a war, there was a Muhammad, and Klal Yisrael prevailed. We won the war. Asks the Sfas Emes, don't you think the Gemara should have began with that question? Don't you think the Gemara should have started saying, "My Chanukah? What's Chanukah? There was a war, we won, and these are the halachas of lighting the menorah." But yet no, it starts with the halachas and moves on to my Chanukah. Answers the Sfas Emes, the Ger Rebbe, says a beautiful idea. He says a person can go into depths of the details of Chanukah, and he can try to understand as much as he wants. But at the end of the day, he'll be asking the question, my Chanukah? What is Chanukah? Because Chanukah is lamala min hateva. It doesn't really make sense. We don't understand what happens over there. How a small group of Jews waged a war against the Greeks and they won? Didn't make any sense. But yet it happened and we won. So we can try as much as we can, but it goes lamala min hateva. Chanukah is beyond the natural boundaries that we used to. That's why we have 8 candles. Because 7 is nature. 8 goes beyond nature. And that's the representation of everything we do on Chanukah. Going beyond the natural boundaries. This story took place in Bnei Brak a number of years ago. There was a young man that became a star in the Kiruv world. He drew in hundreds of people. He was makar of so many people. He was a dynamic, incredible speaker. And he was booked to speak at a Seder night in Bnei Brak to a group of hundreds and hundreds of non-religious Jews. And when he came home to tell his children that they will be eating together with this group, they were disappointed. They said, "We need you here. We want you at our Seder night. Why go over there and be busy with them? Come to us." And he said, "I'll tell you what we'll do. I'll start off at home. We'll start the Seder. And then I'll go there. I'll talk to them for an hour or so. I'll enlighten them. And then I'll come back and we'll finish the Seder." And the kids were happy with that. And all his plans changed Erev Yom Tov. Erev Pesach, his wife, who was due in a few more weeks, decided that the time has come. She needs to go to the hospital. She's about to give birth. So he drops all his plans and he says, "Okay, let's go." And she says, "But you've got a group of hundreds of people. You can't just abandon them." He says, "You're my wife. This is my child. You come first." So they travel to the hospital. Things start to get complicated. They start to get lengthy. His wife turns to him and says, "Do me a favor. Please go." And he says, "I can't leave you. Things are getting complicated." She says, "We need a schus. We need a schus for the baby, for a healthy baby. Go. Go and talk to the crowd. Enlighten them, be machazik them, and Be'ez Hashem it will be fine." So he had no choice, if not just to put his wife at ease. He ran to the shul, and they asked him why he's late. He said the reason why, and they said, "Go back." He said, "No, we need a schus." So he got up and he told them about the whole miracle, the whole nace, Yitzis, Mitzrayim, Emunah, everything. It was amazing. An hour and a half later, he runs back into the hospital. They say, "Mazel Tov, you had a baby boy." He runs into his wife to wish her Mazel Tov. And she says, "I want to tell you, when you left, what happened was my numbers started declining. Things were going bad. An older Rebbetzin, who I recognized from the area, came in and she said, 'Do you need any help?' I didn't want to take her help, but I said, I have no one else. So she sat next to me, she sang these songs, she held my hand, she put me at ease. And Baruch Hashem, everything was calm." And as she said the story, she said, "Hold on a minute. That woman died years ago. It doesn't make sense. How can this be? Can it really be?" The man went to Reb Chaim Kanievsky and he told him the story and he said, "Rebbe, does it make sense?" And Reb Chaim said, "Yes. When a person pushes themselves beyond the natural border, beyond the natural capabilities, the Rebbeinu Shalom could do anything for them." The miracle of Chanukah, the Yom Tov of Chanukah, represents exactly that. And every single one of us have what we think in our lives, natural boundaries, places that we think we can't go. But Chanukah is machazik us. we see that light within the darkness, and it gives us an energy to push ourselves, to continue. And Be'ez Hashem, when we do that, the Rabbi Hashem can give us so much good. Have a beautiful Chanukah, an incredible Shabbos.